Grandmaster Gambardella with the fourth thing I learned from Barack Obama to win a fight. Number 4, never wing it, keep to the script. Read your teleprompters. Obama reads off a teleprompter every time he gives a major address and even minor addresses. He does this for several reasons. He wants to be prepared and to get it exactly right. And he never wants to make a mistake by winging it or going off script. He learned this in the election when Joe the plumber got to ask him a question he was unprepared for. And the result was to make Joe the plumber an overnight star and put Barack Obama in a bad position, which took him several weeks to recover from. But recover he did, and he learned an important lesson: never wing it. Keep to your script. Stick with your fight plan. You need to have a fight plan for every fight, and every time you fight, you want to stick to it. I know there are some fights you will be in that are not in the ring, and you won't have a time to prepare a quote-unquote fight plan. So what you have to do is have a mental fight plan for all fights before they start. That means you should know what you can do well and what you do poorly. What kicks, what punches you can throw well, and what kicks and what punches you don't throw well. You can also know what ground finishes you can do easily and what ground finishes you have a difficult time doing in a real fight situation. Develop a fight plan for what you would do in a real street fight, and don't wing it. Don't make up moves and try stupid techniques that could get you hurt in the street or in a fight. Use what works, what you've proven works, and stick with it. One of the main reasons some big fights are lost by fighters who should have won is that one of the fighters gets carried away, deviates from the fight plan, and winds up getting knocked out. A good coach will emphasize again and again to his fighter, stick with the fight plan. Don't wing it. Do what you know. Do what you plan. Stick to your fight plan and use it during the fight. Number 5, be in great shape. Be ready for the fight at all times. Obama was definitely in better shape than his opponents in the race for the presidency. He wore them down. He made them look old and tired, and he actually made them want to quit. Hillary looked haggard and tired most of the race after a few months, and McCain would look just worn out. They both put up great shows and a great fight, but they simply were not prepared to keep it up with the relentless attack of Obama. Obama was in better shape, physically and mentally, to win the nomination and the presidency. In a fight, if you are in better shape than your opponent, you will have a significant advantage and a much greater chance to win the fight. If you keep up the pressure for 2 continuous minutes in a real fight, you will wear out 99% of your opponents. You will expose their weaknesses, and you'll make them want to quit. When I'm rolling in jiu-jitsu with bigger and stronger, younger men who don't know or have a good ground game as I do, I always know that if I can just hold them and stop their initial attack and control the fight for just a minute, they will become completely exhausted, and I'll be able to do whatever I want. I can just do whatever I want to finish him off and win the match. I win because I know what I am doing, and I'm in better shape than all these other guys. Most street fighters are simply not in good enough shape to last but a few seconds, a few minutes, throw a few punches and they're tired. Literally, some of them can't go 20 seconds. They will get out of breath, muscle heavy, and be looking for a way out very quickly if you keep the pressure on them. And you can only do that if you are in better shape than your opponent. Fat, lazy, unprepared fighters seldom ever win. You have to be in better shape mentally and physically than your opponent. That means you are prepared for any situation or condition that might come up in a fight. You are confident and fight assured because you know what you do will win the fight. Number 6, overwhelm your opponent. When Obama was in the race for the fight for the nomination, he always tried to overwhelm his opponents. He didn't just have one attack, he had dozens and dozens of plans, and is constantly in changing and adapting his attacks to a particular situation that he finds himself in. When he was battling Hillary, he used the race card, then the Bill Clinton card, then the change card, then the hope card, In the youth card, he overwhelmed Hillary. Just when she had a response to one of his attacks, he changed it and started another attack. He did the same thing with McCain. He used the race card, he used the age card, he played the war card, the Bush card again, the adoring press card, the change card, the tax cut card. Every time McCain thought he had Obama cornered, the attack changed, and once again, McCain found himself on the defensive. What a great lesson to learn in a fight. Overwhelm your opponent with different strikes, punches, kicks, and ground attacks. This will keep your opponent guessing what is coming next. The worst thing you can do in a fight is the same thing again and again, over and over. Too many fighters make the exact same movement every time before they throw a kick or a punch. They telegraph their moves, and that means their opponents have time to react. They know what is coming, and they can plan a response to defeat it. Obama overwhelms his opponents in the political game, and you can do the same thing in the fight game.